which is related to pH, believe it or not, is copper. Copper can be found dissolved in water, and it's a metal. It's a metal, it's on the periodic table, it has the symbol Cu. We do very occasionally find it in groundwater or bore water supplies, but 99 times out of 100, she says making up stats on the spot, the vast majority of the time, it's a corrosion byproduct. So if the pH is a bit low, we just talked about pH, then if you have copper pipes, copper fittings, it will dissolve that into the water. As far as what it can do, generally the first indication is some blue-green staining around your sinks, your baths, that sort of thing. If you don't take care of that, and you end up drinking quite a lot of it, it can have some nastier effects at that point. So it can cause things like diarrhea, stomach cramps, a bit of nausea, can damage the liver, can disease your kidneys. Doesn't sound fantastic, but remember, you really do need to have quite a lot of it for those effects to take place. So interestingly, our drinking water standards are very important, but it is important to remember that they are not plumbing standards. Okay? So they're interested in water in a glass that we're putting into our mouths and not necessarily what it's doing to our plumbing. So we do have for copper a guideline value at 1 milligram per litre. At that point, the water is going to taste and smell quite metallic. It'll look a bit blue in the glass. It's not going to be very nice. We have a maximum value of 2 milligrams per litre. Above that level, it's going to start to causing some of those health problems we've talked about. However, one of the things that's interesting to know is that people don't like cleaning their sinks, right? They don't want them to be staining. They don't want the relatives to come round and have a look and go, oh, what's going on here? So we quite often end up correcting pH and taking copper out that way from about 0.2 milligrams per litre, because that's where staining starts to occur. So as far as what we do about it, and this is where we start to see how things interact. The majority of the time it is a corrosion byproduct. When that happens, we're going to correct the pH. We're going to take that pH up, either using our neutralizing filter or using our caustic dosing, and that's going to bring the pH up. When the pH is at the right range, the copper is going to stop dissolving out of your plumbing. Voila, problem solved. Very, very rarely we might find it in groundwater. So we do have copper mines in New Zealand, not very many, but there are. And so in those, around those places, we might find a little bit in the ground. And if we do, we certainly have a solution for that. We can use a water softener. It takes copper out very well. It's not something that I've ever actually had to do in the 8 years that I've been trying. But if it ever happens, we've got something that can resolve it.